Hey guys, it's Morgan. Welcome to this YouTube video. I've never tried something like this. Actually, I just recorded this and then lost the footage, which is really sucks. But I'm gonna tell you guys about my worst travel experiences. So the first one I'm gonna talk about is my trip to Churchill. When I was in 5th grade, I went to Churchill. Just a school trip, whatever, right? Nothing crazy important. It was a lot of fun, I will admit that. Went with all my friends, had a great time. One thing that you guys most likely don't know about me is that I am terrified of planes. Like, terrified of planes, okay? And I had to go on a plane to get to Churchill. So, little me in a plane. Well, actually, we weren't on the plane yet, okay? We're in the bus on the way to this plane. And, in the bus on the way to the plane. And once we get to the city that the airport that we were going to was in, I started crying on the bus. No, I don't want to die. I was just like, oh, I was so dramatic then. I'm still scared of planes, but I don't cry anymore. So we get to the station, and they need to clean our plane out. So the plane lands, I cry again, and all my friends are not helping. They're like, hey, by the way, we are going to die. We are going to crash. We're going to fall. It's going to be terrible. It's going to hurt. And I'm like, why do you guys do this to me? We ended up getting on the plane. Whatever, it was fine. I sat beside my best friend's mom. And so that was fine. Sat beside my best friend's mom. She was trying to calm me down. Oh, she was trying to calm me down. It worked. And then the plane started moving and I started crying again, believe it or not. And she was like, no, it's okay, like don't be sad. So we started moving, we went up, I forgot I was on a plane, just chilled out. I was like, wow, you know what, this isn't too bad. And so whatever, we're going, we're almost there, and oh, it was great, it was fine. I was just writing, doing my homework. We hit turbulence. We hit turbulence. And we were split up on the plane. But one of my friends from the back was like, hey Morgan, we're gonna crash. I lost it. Freaked out. I was like, no way, this is really happening. No way. We were fine. We landed the plane, got off, had a great time in Churchill. And on the plane ride back, I was still upset, actually. I was still scared, but it wasn't too bad. So that's good. I wasn't as scared as I was before. I didn't cry as often. Still upset though. We got home safe. I didn't die. The plane didn't crash. It was completely fine. My second story that I want to tell you guys. I went to this military organization camp. I used to be in this group called Rangers, which is basically cadets, but a little bit better because it's like a town thing, you know? So, whatever. I'm doing my thing. 3 plane rides later, I was there. I did not enjoy myself. I enjoyed the things that we did. It was fun in that retrospect, or in that aspect, it was fun. But like, I don't know, just overall, I was kind of just like, didn't want to be there in the end, and it was just like, well, I don't know. What about our way? On the last day, we were doing closing ceremonies, so we were all standing in rank, and we were doing our thing, and I started to feel sick, and I was like, why am I feeling like this? This is terrible. But I, whatever, stuck through it, didn't break rank, didn't, kept my back straight, arms in front of me at ease. And then it was over, and we were walking back to our cabins, and I like could barely walk. So I went up to my supervisor and I was like, hey, I'm not really feeling very well. I don't know what to, like, I don't know what to do. I can barely walk. And I started like wobbling as I was telling him this. It was like something from a movie. So he grabbed my arm and like tried to hold me up. They dragged me over because I couldn't walk. They dragged me over to this one part of the like just the nearest pair of steps so I could sit down. And so I sat down on these stairs and I was like, what is going on? I'm like, oh my god. So everyone was talking to me and they're like, hey Morgan, are you okay? And I was just like, no, I'm not. Like, I don't know what's going on. They had to military escort me to the nearest hospital, which was like 45 minutes away from the base. Our bus left at 4 in the morning, and I ended up being in the hospital from like 6 at night to, from 6 at night until 3 in the morning. So, as you guys could probably tell, I got no sleep. No sleep at all. And yeah, I was just in there all night, and then it's hard to be in the hospital in a different province, just like it is in a different country, because they tried to give me like a BC birth certificate, and it's like, really? Really? But no, I was in there for a while, had a terrible flight back, I could barely sleep, I was so tired. But it ended up just being about stuff like, highs. I ended up just, it was because I was standing up for so long. I couldn't, like, not enough blood was going into my brain, so it's kind of like I was drowning. But I ended up being fine. Like, they couldn't call my parents because my parents didn't pick up the phone. It was a whole mess. I survived, obviously, made it home. Flights went well. Got home and my mom had lots of food for me to eat, oh, nice. Lots of food for me to eat, so I felt more at home and had a good time my first day back. I also went to this camp called Peace Gardens, and I went for basketball. It was like a sports camp, a sports summer camp. It was like a 7-day, I think it's 7 days, and we played ball for 9 hours a day. It was pretty fun. I mean, I didn't really want to be there in the end. It kind of sucked, but I still had a good time. Everything was going well, whatever. It was we were in a heat wave at the time, so it was pretty hot. We got a nice tan. It was lovely. And then we were going home, whatever, just bussing home. And they said I couldn't cross the border. And I was like, why? Basically, the camp lost my paper that my mom signed. That was basically just like, yes, you can travel home. They ended up like calling my mom and they were like, hey, can she come back to Canada? My mom was like, yeah, she lives here. And I got back home and everything was fine. My last trip experience, bad travel experience, was I went to the mountains with my family. We go every year. We go skidooing. And oh god, this guy's good. We went to the mountains, obviously. It was super fun. I really enjoy being out there. And we're going home on one of the days, and I was in the front because I was in the front because I knew the way home. So that was whatever. I knew what I was doing. Went home. We were like almost to the part where you start going down the mountain. Checked behind me to see if like everyone was close by so that I could at least like have someone go in front of me on the way home, just so that we were kind of kept together, right? So yeah, I did my thing. Turned around, looked to see if people were there. Everyone was there. Turned back, and there was a creek in front of me. And I was like, oh, this wasn't just any normal creek, okay? This is like a creek in the mountains. So there's like a couple feet of snow, and then the creek. but the snow was like frozen, right? So I fell into this creek and I was stuck like this because the front end of my skidoo was stuck against one side and the other one fell down. So I kind of like went like that but fell a little bit. So I was being held up on my skidoo, and when I'd crashed, my head went over. So I was like stuck, my leg was like stuck in the handlebars. I was like laying on top of my windshield. It was terrible. Finally, my family ended up catching up to me, and they got me out. I dug my way. We ended up digging our way out. It was pretty cool. If I can find the pictures, I'll leave the pictures. The trip was overall pretty fun. I really enjoyed out there, and we haven't been able to go because of like COVID and stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was alright enough that you could, you know, follow along, and I'm really, really, really bad at talking and playing video games at the same time, which is something I need to get better at if I want to be a good YouTuber. So, I hope you guys can understand this video, and if not, I guess I'll just never do it again. Never try again. I'll just work on my streams until I'm better at talking while doing things. So, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!